Hey folks, Dude here, and well, I guess this brings us to day number 3 of stomach destruction testing. My menu choices are becoming slightly more limited because I'm, well, down to 5 meals now, but I know which one I wanted, so, well, let's just proceed onward. Okay, so basically we got our beverage. Damn, I really truly wish I had this back in the day. That would have been so good. Now, if I'm a little distracted, it's because Orange is rubbing around my legs, and he's in an infection mode. So, if you hear something booting, meowing, or screaming down the hallway, it's, hang on a second. I know how to deal with this. So, add a little bit of cat repellent. Yep, that's right. Water. Water is the best universal solvent, including for kitties. Okay, that worked rather nicely. Alright, so, basically, like I said, my menu options are limited. Just give me 1 second here. But they're not completely bad. In terms of what I've got, I was looking it over, and I figure I may as well just scarf this puppy down. So this one here is the chicken and rice. So let's get this thing going on. Let's get it on. To quote Judge Mills or whatever the hell it was, the wrestling dude. Okay, sniff check. Yep, that smells like surplus store, nothing crazy. We have another chocolate-covered cookie bar. No, this one's not the oatmeal, but it's the chocolate-covered cookie bar. I think the oatmeal is actually a little better. I'm going to stash this one for posterity. I know what they taste like. They're not bad, and it's intact. As a matter of fact, the packaging is in really good shape. Alright, so let's go on from there. Trash. Let's see. Oh, jeez, what do we... Oh... Cheese. Alright, I'll eat it. Let's see. Ooh, this is an older one. I haven't seen the brown package accessory pack in a long time. Instant coffee, non-dairy creamer, sugar, salt, chewing gum, matches, what they refer to toilet paper as, and, hand cleaner. You know what? The hand cleaner is more of a recent thing. I think this is probably more towards the end, but it's, Sopaco. Yeah, different contractors use different things. I guess Sopaco basically says, you know what, we got more of this packaging material. Well, let's just use this. But it does feel... Nah, it's the same stuff. It's the same stuff. You can see it is a little waxy in appearance. There's an outer clear layer that gives it the shine. I think it's just started to break down a little bit. I mean, yeah, if you scratch on... I've actually seen these things delaminate where it's like... it's probably like 3 or 4 different layers of like foil, the outer brown covering, which I think is probably more just anything kind of like a dye or something just to set it off in combat, but it's still shiny as hell. Hello, shiny stuff in combat says shoot me. And then there's like a clear plastic layer, which is basically just like, almost like plastic wrap that's just stuck on the outside to give it some more integrity. It's not a deal breaker, this thing's intact. Okay, going now into the package some more. We have Cat Crap Crackers. Oh. Uh-oh. These are not happy M&Ms. Or actually, you know what it could be? It could be because of the military contract. It could be that they actually asked the M&M guys to suck out most of the air, so this actually holds up better. I think that's exactly what it is. I think it's actually the military contract asked for it. Oh, no. I got a best before date. Maybe Peter Watt can help me on this one, but... 130331. Best before. Military timeline. 130331. Don't know what the hell it means in terms of the reference and the scheme of things, but I don't know about that one. Which now brings us down to... Oh, cool! I haven't seen this in a while. A loose bottle of Tabasco sauce. You know what? I was thinking of using the green Tabasco, but... Let's be authentic. I'll just use that. Another spoon. I'm not going to waste a perfectly good spoon. So basically, of this, I'm not going to eat that. Another cocoa. Nope, I'm sorry. Another beverage powder. This one's grape. For some reason, these envelopes don't hold up as good. Everything gets really, really super compressed. This thing is like a rock in this corner. I mean, everything is just really squished down. All right, so let's do this thing. I'm not going to use the spoon. The spoons are good. I've got... Oh, hell. Alright, I'll reuse the other previous spoon. Okay. So basically, Like I said, I'm going to do kind of like strip meals. Yeah, for some of the reasons, I just don't eat stuff I can utilize later. The accessory pack's good. The cookies are going to be fine. I'm going to stash those for later. Besides, I got a carbohydrate source with the crackers. So, that's off to the side. Mr. Box. Now, notice this does not have the heater. This is an older one. It's one of the older menu choices, of course, being chicken and rice. Codes on this one are 2139, 1D David 7, and 1400. So 2139. February 13th, 89. It's not 99 because they discontinued the brown ones in 95. 95, 96, they tailed off. Okay, chicken and rice, basically ingredients are chicken water, rice, chicken fat, chicken broth, pimentos, modified food starch, salt, dehydrated celery, dehydrated onion, spices, lecithin, hot sauce, and annatto, which is basically just a coloring agent, gives it to the orange thing. Nothing crazy. I don't know if orange actually contains annatto, but I'm not going to test them to see if he does. The box is in really good shape. As a matter of fact, probably I could reuse this for packaging when I'm actually stripping down and repackaging other MR. You know what? I'm probably just going to stash that because it's a perfectly good box. These are actually pretty well made. There's no spooge on that. The counter's wet from me squirting orange. Okay, that's not anything leaking from the envelope. The package is intact. Well, let's crack this sucker open and see what we get. Let me change my angle just a little bit here. Drop that down just a skosh. All right, now, these guys basically have a safety seal on them. Ow, man, that's on her. I speak obnoxious. That's right, I speak obnoxious. Because I can be. or so Mrs. Dude tells me. Now that I shall probably say no more. But let's just say, since I've been doing this channel, there's been slight personality tweaks which have leaked over into the real world. It sometimes gets on her flipping nerves. Usually she refers to me as, well, you're in a mood, aren't you? And I'm like, no, I'm just me. She's like, no, you're in a mood. That's really behind the scenes. So let me take a sniff here. Excuse me, Mr. Tabasco. Now, it always changes weird colors, too, so there's nothing really wrong with it. It just changes a weird-ass color. No, that smells perfectly fine to me, Bubba. As a matter of fact, that cap is staying off. And in terms of size, these things are flipping tiny. Now, here's the cool thing. If you look in the 24-hour boil bag, whatever they want to call them, the British MREs, I know I'm running my time up here, the British MREs, they have packets, what looks like little soy sauce packets of the green Tabasco. So even the Brits like Tabasco. How cool is that? Yeah, I mean, McElhenney is down in Louisiana, but there is a McElhenney in Europe. Those are the guys that actually make Tabasco. There is nothing absolutely wrong with people making Tabasco in other countries and chowing down on it, because I'm sure the Indian soldiers, the Sikhs and what have yous in the military service, and I'm sure the Gurkhas probably wouldn't mind a little bit of hot sauce, but they're kind of mountain people, so I don't know if they're used to it or not. But I'm sure the Indians in the British service would say, we wish to have some more eat in our food. This is not good. Excuse my bad accent there. But the Indians really like their stuff a little bit hot. They like to sweat, just like the Latinos. The Latinos like to have hot food because they know they sweat, they cool off. All right, so basically, let me give this thing a sniff check, and I know for a fact it's fine. It looks really not the most appetizing, but it's actually pretty good stuff. Excuse me. Nope, it smells perfectly fine. Absolutely perfectly fine. Here's how you apply Mr. Tabasco. Oh, geez, the whole bottle fell in. Oh, no. Oh, that's a mistake. Actually, I spooshed it a little bit on my hand. Excuse me one sec here. It actually does taste a little weird. And that's only because it's been the bottle so flipping long. Still got the heat level, though. Good. Good hot. Good hot. Just give me one second here. That is fine. That is absolutely fine. Just like I remember. This is perfect. You know what? That's not enough Tabasco. I'm gonna dress it up. Excuse me. That's at best maybe about a tablespoon or so, and it's just not enough. It is not enough Tabasco. Not nearly. Not the way that people tend to eat nowadays. Excuse me. Oh yeah, that's good shit, isn't it? Mm-hmm. And I remember this stuff. I always like the chicken and rice. Alright. Make an angle correct here. Let me draw back just a tad. Alright. Can't crap crackers. Can't crap crackers. Listen for the burp. Hear a little hiss? That means it sucked air in there, so this thing had good integrity. And, I know everybody's like, oh, why do you cut the package like that? It's because I like to cut the package like this, okay? It just makes like a little plate or something. It's just easier to deal with them. Alright, so, and I used to do this all the time. I had a Swiss Army knife on me at all times, and I always did this. Listen for the crack. Good crack. Very good crack. Uh-oh. Oh, no, we had problems. Oh, well, it didn't break quite correctly. Oh, just give me 1 second here. Our Father who art in heaven, I thank you for the food, O Lord, and may I use this to further serve you. Amen. They're canned craps. There's nothing bigger about them. They're good. Just give me. Alright. Oh, cheese. Oh, cheese. Oh, cheese. I gotta eat the cheese. I gotta cut the cheese to eat the... Sorry. Gotta cut the cheese to eat the cheese. I think I might be cutting the cheese after eating the cheese. Oh, I sure was cutting the cheese after eating that first one. Oh, mommy, that was not good times. Alright, so basically it is not a big mass. The bag is intact. Everything is good to go. Now I normally just snip a corner and squeeze cheese. Alright. I really don't want to do this. I really, really don't want to do this. Oh, you're making me do this. Oh well. It's my stomach, not yours. Oh yeah, just the lovely. Just like peanut butter. Yeah, it's alright. Nothing crazy. Taste is nasty as normal. Yep, nothing crazy. It's never great stuff. Nope. I'd rather eat the chicken. I'd rather eat the chicken. Yep, it's fine. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just not good stuff. It never was good stuff. I mean, for time and eternal, anybody who was in the troops will tell you the cheese sucked. The cheese has always sucked. Anybody that said they made, like, combat pizza with a crap and enjoyed it was tripping. Excuse me. Hors d'oeuvres. You know what? I used to do this all the time anyway. Trade for a bottle of Tabasco. Yeah, right. If you could trade for a bottle of Tabasco. I usually just carried a bottle of Tabasco. Excuse me. Never mentioned that green Tabasco just flipping rules. Alright, combat hors d'oeuvre time. Combat hors d'oeuvre. Mixing chicken and cheese is just flipping criminal, but they do it. They do it to you. They do it. Oh, this is going to be messy as hell. Of course, it's going to look very akin to what it looks like when it goes in, is what it comes out. Excuse me. Swirly, soft serve. Excuse me for a second here. It looks like a dog took a dump on it. Sorry, I gotta eat it. Excuse me. Oh. That's helping immeasurably. The cheese sucks. But then again, it always sucked. Nope. There is nothing wrong with the cheese other than it just, it's like that classic computer phrase, giggo. Garbage in, garbage out. And pretty much they put garbage in, so you're getting garbage back out. It's just not good. I would love to know the rice they use in this, because look at the size of its grains. It's like arboreal almost, you know? It's like huge, huge grains of rice. The chicken, alright, the chicken is very closely akin to like, very closely akin to like this stuff. You know, like the tinned chicken breast. Tastes a hell of a lot like that. Yeah, I always got a can handy, just in case. Make some good buffalo dip sauce. Yummies. Just give me 1 second here. This is definitely one of the better ones. I really like these. I have always liked the chicken with rice. People are sick of them. I'd still scarf them down. I didn't give a crap. Of course, you got to follow up your aperitif with some crackers. Alright. That one's that's a done deal. That was not bad at all. Not bad at all. The cheese sucks. Did I mention the cheese sucks? Well, the cheese sucks. Canned crabs, well, I like canned crabs. No problem with them, they're good. Alright, let me just do this thing and get rid of it. Because if I don't, I'm going to regret it because it's going to come back and haunt me. Oh, delightful. Piquant loveliness. Oh, excuse me, pinky extended. Crap. I'd rather drop the cheese in the crackers, damn it. Excuse me, hot sauce works wonders. Oh, sinus problems as usual. Damn it. I hate my sinuses, but they hate me back, so it's mutual. There's actually quite a lot of cheese in these things. I mean, it's not like you're going to be hurt. I mean, the peanut butter package seems to be a little short, but there is an absolute assload of cheese in these things. And you really don't seem to run out too easy. No problem with the canned crabs. Now, you can crumble them up and you can throw them in there, but that was such a full envelope that it really didn't need that much. I'm like really way up on this. I'm sorry, folks. I know this thing's like macroed like you don't want to know. Guess I got my angle wrong, but hopefully this one works. I mean, I'm not going to re-eat it. Sorry. It's gone. Uh-oh, there's some left. Excuse me. Alright, you're probably like, alright, what does the cheese actually taste like? Imagine if you would a can of the worst squeezed cheese you possibly can eat. Excuse me 1 second here. I got some crummies. A can of the worst squeezed cheese you possibly could eat with a complete and total ass load of additives that really just completely increases the suck to levels of just blech. Now that's pretty much it. It's just not good. The Tabasco was fine. It had a little bit of a quirk to it where it was probably just storage time. Perfectly fine. The chicken was dead nuts. There was no problem with the chicken. Ooh, I had a little bit of a flavor saver. Just give me here. Even a little bit still good. That kind of reminds me of like the tins of chicken goo I was showing off in the Walmart that day. With the exception of the pimento, it tastes a lot like that. I mean, it's very close. It's not hateful. I rather like the chicken stuff. I can't remember the guys that make that. When I find it, I'll put the annotation in the video there. And it tastes very close. All right, now in terms of the vacuum-packed M&Ms, let's see if we get a little burp out of it. Nope, no burp at all. Oh, that might explain things. Why do the M&Ms feel really full in the bag? That's why. All right, now let's see if I can find an intact one here. And it's cracked. So obviously these guys have had some pretty harsh storage. Tastes okay. And essentially what it is basically the fat has tried to, the cocoa butter's tried to separate itself from the cocoa powder. And what happened is they basically just exploded their candy shells. This one's still intact. Let me give it a try. Yeah, it kind of tastes a little like an M&M. Now you notice that there is still some pieces of chocolate that are intact. But also notice on the other side that basically it has turned that kind of, chalky thing. So basically I'd say that the black side was facing the candy shell. The candy shells are just spattered all over this thing. So, obviously, M&Ms don't hold up very good. And I remember these originally in the package, they did have slack in the bag. So, probably it was just very, very bad storage. And I'm going to call these MREs a total loss because they're, well, you could eat them, obviously, with your spoon. You could eat them. But I'm not going to eat them. I've eaten two, and, they taste okay, but I'm not that big a fan of M&Ms, really. Something about Mars chocolate. I just don't really like it much. Excuse me, I gotta flush that sucker down. Alright, so what can we draw from this so far with 3 days of stomach destruction testing? The packages almost always hold. The stuff that fails always seems to be some form of candy. And by and large, the cheese sucks. The cheese has always sucked. It'll continue to suck. And, well, I'm going to keep on trudging forward. But this was day number 3 done. So, stomach destruction testing will proceed onward. And thanks for tuning in on this series. And good times. Thanks again. And the previous 2 video links will be underneath here. And it'll probably be in the video description. I'll have links to everything, linking up to everything else. So, don't even worry about that. You will not lose your part or point or, order of which one's which. But this is number 3. So thanks for tuning in, stomach destruction testing, and that was the chicken and rice. Not bad. Well, actually, I really like the chicken and rice. The cheese sucks. Did I mention the cheese sucks? The cheese sucks. All right, folks, here it is. Podcast journalist, say see, and as always,